Money in the bank. Manchester United is named the most valuable football club in the world, beating Real Madrid and all these so-called big boys. Welcome to the United Sport. My name is Webb. And guys, it's not all struggles for Manchester United. It is some good news there that I know many of you who love the banter. As we do go to take on Arsenal, we've got something to bank on and tell and show them that their current shine, their current form is not is a thing of is a temporary thing. But in terms of big size, we are the big size. Subscribe to the United Hot Sport. I've noticed, guys, that over 80% of people who watch our videos do not subscribe, do not share them, do not like them. Guys, please, for the sake of this channel, for the growth of the channel, please do subscribe so that we grow from glory to glory, from step to step. You don't want us to stay stagnant like our club. So do it. If you have, thank you so much. You can as well become a member. You can buy super chats on the in the comments. You can keep doing a lot of things for you to be able to support the growth of this channel. Thank you. Now, for a club that we've all supported to grow, Manchester United, I think as we go into this Arsenal game in a place where we feel we've been so bad and performing so poorly, I think it's a good thing to learn that Manchester United is still the most valuable club in the world. So it is valued at 6.2 billion US dollars. That is more than Real Madrid, who are at number two. Madrid is valued at 6.06 billion US dollars. So you can see the difference in valuation between Manchester United and Real Madrid. So that's a difference of 0.14 billion US dollars. That's the difference between Man United and Real Madrid. Then in third place is FC Barcelona, 5.28 billion US dollars is their value. Liverpool is fourth, 5.11 billion. Bayern Munich is 4.8 billion. Man City is 4.75 billion. Paris Saint-Germain is 4.05 billion. Then Arsenal is in eighth position, valued at 3.9 billion US dollars. That is nearly half the value of Manchester United, guys. Big is big. Tottenham Hotspur is valued at 3.49 billion US dollars. Now, when it comes to revenue, though, it's not necessarily that if you're the highest valued club, you certainly bring in the most revenue. No, it's not guaranteed. So you realize that Manchester United has not been bringing in so much money compared to the teams that it is with in the top 10. So you see that Manchester United has been last season brought in revenue of 778 million US dollars, 844 million US dollars for Real Madrid, Barcelona 836 million US dollars, Liverpool 713 million US dollars, Bayern Munich 781 million US dollars. So Bayern Munich also has brought in more than United. Man City 855 million US dollars. Paris Saint-Germain 842 million US dollars. Arsenal 558 million US dollars, whereas Spurs has brought in 660 million US dollars. So it shows you, so you realize that Real Madrid, Barcelona, which one else here? Bayern Munich, Manchester City, and Paris Saint-Germain, guys, imagine, all brought in more revenue than Manchester United last season. So that shows you, goes back to, again, the problems we've been talking about, the poor management of resources, the poor management of everything at the club by the people who are trusted to manage things. That was before Ineos came in to correct. Especially the football department of the club wasn't really bringing in money because Manchester United was not quite doing the business of selling or bringing in young players and and making them world beaters and selling them at a profit. So that is part of why we have not been bringing in good revenue. So that's why the Glazers were able to identify where the problem was and sold that exact department. Because, I mean, for something that their father bought in ways that are inexplainable, they couldn't just have sold the club entirely, even if there are people who are willing to pay a lot more than the actual valuation of the club. By the way, the 6.2 billion US dollars is nearly 1 billion US dollars more than Sir Jim Ratcliffe's earlier valuation of the club. So it shows you how big this club is. Now, what's the advantage in that? The advantage in that is that this club still has got its muscle. If you are the most valuable club in the world, certainly you've got your muscle. People were almost trying to convince themselves in recent years that Real Madrid had passed Manchester United in terms of valuation. But the struggles on the pitch do not affect how big United is, because we have not performed for more than a decade. But when it comes to the fans, United has got loyal fans, and this loyalty translates into money. That's why you see our tickets are expensive, but people go and watch these games. So that's loyalty. Even if we know there's nothing to enjoy, probably there is a certain level of loyalty the fans have towards their club, and that contributes to this value being up and consistent. But also, United has got so many supporters globally. I'm one of those who think that United actually has probably more than the 750 million the 750 million fans across the world that are spoken about. I think United has way more than that. It could be even already a billion, because I know there are lots of people who support Manchester United in their hearts, but publicly, I mean, create a facade, like just pretend not to, because why wouldn't you support Manchester United? So that's how big they are. So the advantage in this, as Ineos rebuilds the club, is a thing of belief and comfort and confidence in what they own, in what they have. That there's that still that big support and backing, because it's you, the supporters of this club, the people who come and invest this in this club, who give it the relevance that it has, who make it big and as important as it is, even if there are so many clubs now trying to come up. So for me, I think it goes back to Ineos to say, you know what, whereas it has been rotten, it's not all lost for Manchester United. You can still lead this club to now perform to levels that are at par with how the club is valued, with the valuation of the club. Beautiful stuff there. Now, that of course again comes in this good inspiration as we go on to the Sunday game where we take on Arsenal. One of the things in our banter against Arsenal supporters, I think one of the most common things we face in our banter is them feeling big, so big now, because they are almost winning a title. They look like they're at the verge of winning a title. I hope they don't. I think for me, this is the perfect motivation United supporters and players as well need as we do take on Arsenal in the next game. Because you talk about the biggest rivalry for United lately, it's not even Liverpool, if you ask me. I don't think Liverpool is currently the worst rival for Manchester United. I think Arsenal has grown to be an arch rival because of course, the kind of supporters they have, who are young and energetic and excited and talk a lot. So I think for me, this is something to base on, for us to take confidence to them and just surprise them and spoil the party for them, so that whereas we do not really like Manchester City, the blue neighbors, to be winning titles, I think it's better for a real United supporter. It is more tolerable seeing Arsenal win, rather seeing Man City win the league, than these hard talking Arsenal supporters. Already they are abusing United fans. I dropped a video on one of my socials on TikTok, and at the end of the video, after our loss with Crystal Palace, at the end of the video, I mocked them, saying, even at our worst, this Arsenal team won't beat United. Oh, if you go into the comment section, they were almost having me for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Up to today, whichever Arsenal supporter watches it in their feed is attacking me. Yet I said a lot of good things before the video. So that's how bad it is. I think the rivalry with Arsenal is a bit different. That's why this is good, I think, for us as we go into this game. It's good confidence, because in football, the psych comes from anywhere. The psych for the supporters, this is the perfect banter we need as supporters. People here have been asking me for the longest time what the richest club in the world is. And I think now you've been proved what I've been telling you, that United is still the richest club. That's why the Glazers will cling on to it, will not let go of it, because it's guaranteed money for them, their family, and generations to come. So that's exactly it. But the strength, the value and wealth of a club is in its medals. Of course, historically we've got lots of medals. That is a fact. But currently we don't have a lot of important medals in the Champions League, the Premier League, and they look like they won't come anytime soon. So how do we then make this feel something of importance? How do we really make Manchester United be where it should be? Because at the top of football globally is where we belong, but realistically, it's not where we are. We are there when it comes to the bank finances and valuation and stocks and what have you, but realistically, we are off the pace. Now, those three kids, the Holy Trinity, I think, is part of what we have confidence in, that we can actually go back to be at the top of football, literally, not just in the books and on the stock market. I think we can really, really go back on the top with those three kids. That's why Ineos has protected them to make it clear that they are not sellable. No club should even waste time to try and come to want to sign Kobe Mainu or Alejandro Garnacho or Rasmus Højlund. For me, that's very important. It's a thing of assurance. It's a thing of confidence that whatever we're doing is going to be built around those kids. Now, when that happens, we bring in the right players in the next transfer window. Certainly, Manchester United can go back to competing like a club that should be spoken about in the same realm as Real Madrid, as Barcelona, and all these other big clubs that are doing well right now. So that we peel away from these noisy Arsenal guys who think they are ahead of us right now. My name is Webb. This is the United Hotspot. This was a quick feel-good video concerning Man United and how good we are. I do remind you guys, 80% of you watch our videos, enjoy them, don't subscribe. Guys, please subscribe, share the videos on, and like, so that we grow together in this one. My name is Webb again. Peace, love, and harmony.